Kamilaroi woman and University of Southern Queensland alumnus Jennie has made a career out of ensuring the voices of First Nations people are heard and valued thanks to her outstanding leadership in the health and education sector. That all started more than 30 years ago.
So I started my university study in 1991. The course that I completed was the Bachelor of Applied Science, Applied Psychology, and I chose UniSQ because I was right on the doorstep. So we'd moved from St George the previous year. It was very tempting, so that's why I went to UniSQ. I did a special ed option, and that was a part of my study that I really loved. So I combined the psychology with the special ed option. I loved it because I think that's when I first found out I wanted to provide better access for my First Nations people. And I've always been a person who's been very caring, and that's what's led me into my current role. So my journey from the time I started uni was all about the people help field.
At the core of her passion, a love for her hometown of St George and the people who live there, where today she runs her own business, Indigicare Connect.
My job's important because a lot of people see me as a role model. They see Indigicare Connect certainly as a role model. We are the only Indigenous disability service provider in southwest Queensland and beyond. We are 100% Indigenous owned, and we have over 50% Indigenous staff that are working for us. Without this business, people in this area would not have had an opportunity to have a better quality of life and have barriers removed. Indigicare's been operational now for 7 years. So as I mentioned previously, I was working under the Closing the Gap program in chronic disease for southwest Queensland, and we morphed into disability. So we are now a fully fledged disability service provider, and we have been so for 4 years. It's really wonderful that we can assist people to have a better quality of life, not just First Nations people, but everyone in this area. We provide a service across southwest Queensland and beyond in some instances. So I'm very happy again that we can reduce, eliminate or remove barriers for people to have a better quality of life.
Red! Yeah!
I love most about my career is that I'm at a stage in it now where I can look back, so I can reflect on what I have done. I can look at the present, what I'm doing now, but more importantly, I can plan for the future to make things better for those that don't have the same opportunities or don't have the same quality of life that I have.
It's a life that's been built on hard work, determination and a love for community, and a deep self-belief in the opportunities she could make for herself.
I started study again when I was 35 years old. I was toying with the idea when we lived in St George, but as I said in the past, when we moved to Toowoomba, the opportunity was too tempting to pass up. So a pearl of wisdom that I have for other aspiring people that want to do health and well-being is just because you have roadblocks, it doesn't mean it's the end of the story. Your story only finishes when you stop writing it.
Congratulations, Jennie, the 2022 University of Southern Queensland Alumnus of the Year and Outstanding Alumnus in Health and Wellbeing.